Sundered Doctrine dungeon is out, and with the dungeon you get yourself a quest. If you already personally have done the first 5 steps and need this week's guide to the locations of all the worms, then skip to this time down below. The first thing the quest will ask you is to complete the Sundered Doctrine quest, but you can actually just simply complete the final boss if you really wanted to. From here you're going to have to enter a code. Where you enter this code is going to be at the beginning of the dungeon. There's going to be this little room here with a wheel wall in it, and if you're looking at the wheel to the right of it, there's going to be a table with some papers. You're going to want to pick up these papers first. After that, you can just simply go up to the wheel wall, and from here you're going to want to shoot these symbols: Witch Queen, Enter, and Pyramid. Then you want to activate once again, and then that will progress the quest again. From here it's going to ask you to find 3 laboratory worms and dread knowledge stolen, but we're just worrying about the worms. The first worm is right outside this room if you're just going through the dungeon like normal right now, and underneath the bridge you are progressing through, jump down below and you're going to see this door here. Simply go up to the door and it's going to open for you, and right here is going to be the first worm. You also want to take note of the symbol that is on the wall, as this will be important. So this first symbol, it will always be the same, is going to be witness. The next worm is going to be after the first encounter. When you reach this area, if you see the exit doorway, ignore it. You're going to go to your left on the opposite side where this other little bridge is, and go to the end of the bridge and you're going to find a blocked off path. But you're just going to simply shoot this door open basically, and on the other side of it is going to be your next worm. And again, keep an eye on the symbol, which this symbol is going to be give. When you reach this lens puzzle area with a big worm in it too, go up to where the worm symbol is. Up here you'll find a ledge, and if you look inside where you're standing in, you're going to notice you can hold to activate it. A door will open and your final third worm will be in here. And again, take note of that last symbol, which is going to be dark. And after that, you're going to need to go back to the very start of the dungeon again and head back to that wheel wall. On the wheel wall, you are going to enter the symbols witness, the second symbol is give, and the last symbol is darkness. Once those are in, just click activate, and then you'll get a message on the bottom left of your screen saying deep within the pyramid something shifts. From here, you just head through the dungeon like normal once again until you reach this area right before the first encounter, and you're just going to notice shriekers have appeared when they haven't beforehand. In this area, all you need to do is kill these orange bar weavers, and these weavers will drop the knowledge buffs from like the second encounter, and you're simply just going to take these knowledge buffs and run on over to this glowing plate, stand on the glowing plate, and it's going to take your knowledge buff. And you just keep doing this over and over again until it accepts as however many knowledge buffs it needs. And once it does, then the door closest to the plate will open, in which you just want to go up to this little podium here, click activate, and you will then just be asked to complete the dungeon, or obviously if you can, just find yourself a checkpoint for that final boss. But once you've beat the final boss, then you are just done for now, as this is a time-gated quest. It's going to be until probably the Tuesday reset when it'll be able to be continued. And continued it has, so here is how to do this week's steps for the Sundered Doctrine quest. First thing to do is head to the symbol wall at the very beginning of the dungeon. If you're looking straight at the symbol wall, turn around and you're going to see this middle pillar, and on the bottom left side of this pillar on top of this generator, you're going to see these papers for you to pick up, and go ahead and pick these up. Next is going to be the 3 worm locations for the first worm of the week. This is going to be like right before the first encounter when you're dropping down these like really small sectioned holes. Don't drop all the way down, as there will be a door for you to be able to activate when you're getting close to the bottom. You just go up to here. It'll be pretty easy to spot because it'll just simply say activate on the bottom of your screen. Activate it, open this door, and inside is going to be your worm. And once again, just like last week, make sure to mark down and remember the symbol on the wall, which in this room is going to be hive eyes. For the second worm and symbol, it is going to be right after the first encounter. Once again, you come across this very slanted room with a just abyss in the middle, right in front of where the exit is to leave this area. There is simply going to be a wall, and if you stand on the edge of the wall will slowly come on down and reveal to you the room right behind the wall. Once again, pick up this worm, and again, make sure you know the symbol, which this symbol is going to be grieve. For the third and final worm, this is going to be located right after the second encounter, right when you reach this area when you're going to be basically climbing like a dead worm. On the third level is going to be your doorway. You're going to simply just come up here, go around this corner. It's gonna be pretty dark, but you'll see this blocked off door, and simply it's going to be one of those doors that you just shoot a bunch at it to open it, and once you shoot enough, run through it, and on the other side is going to be your last worm, and also the symbol being worm, so definitely make sure to mark that down. From here you can just beat the boss or just reset to the beginning of the dungeon, as now you will need to set the code that you just found. You're going to head back to the code wall and input the 3 codes that you just found, which were hive, grieve, and worm. Once you shot all 3 of those, then obviously input them fully in, and on the bottom left of your screen, if you did it right, then it should say something is happening within the pyramid. From here, you will need to go all the way to where you found the 3rd worm after you do input these codes. And where you're going to be heading is where you see the big worm symbol, like cut in half, kind of up on top of the wall. Underneath, you're going to see some waterfalls and a little section you can actually jump on. Jump over here and take a left. You're going to see a room with a shrieker on top, and once you enter the room, that's going to basically activate the event basically. From here, you're going to want to backtrack, and on the 2nd level of where you just came from, you're going to find some enemies and one specific knight called like a worm carrier. You're going to kill this knight and it will drop a worm for you to pick up, which will have a minute timer before it explodes. And you're simply going to take this worm back to that room you just entered with that one shrieker and hold interact. The worm will then explode, opening up an area for you to then go up to this little podium here, and once again just hold interact on it. And from here, all you gotta do is then just beat the boss and wait till next week once again. So that's how you do the first 2 weeks of steps for the Drowning Labyrinth quest within the Sundered Doctrine. If this video helped you out, please definitely drop a like, subscribe if you want some more videos. Hope you have a good day, and I'll catch you guys in that next one. Peace out.